Ladies and gentlemen, who's your Asian daddy?
Welcome to Wong!
Another round of applause for all of the previous performers here tonight. Nancy, Kevin, Bruce, thank you guys so much for your taking pictures. It's great to be here. Oh, it's still so what about people upstairs? Let me hear from you. That's the energy that I'm talking about. Okay, great. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, since we have so much energy, can I ask you this? Who's your Asian daddy? That's right. Can I get a you are? Okay, one more time. Who's your Asian daddy? You are. All right. A lot of dudes, you are. All right. I am an immigrant parent. They say that in America, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 illegals can make a legal. I know some people say, no, you shouldn't call them illegals. You should call them undocumented. But that term is not right either because a lot of us are actually documented. And the documents say we're not legal. And for some reason, every election, immigration is always a problem. You know, right now, immigration is the top issue for a couple of months among voters. And both Biden and Trump went to the Texas border to talk about this issue. Did you hear their speech?
No.
That's right. Why should we listen to another speech, you know? I was like, you guys are already down there. Just do something more interesting, right? Like actually catch an illegal immigrant. Yes. Whoever catches one first wins the election. That'll be a real presidential race. And I would volunteer to be that immigrant. Oh man, I would love to see Biden chasing after me. I have to run in slow motion, just to make sure he doesn't fall. And Trump will be running the opposite direction. He was like, oh no, China virus. So running in his golden sneakers that are probably made in China. And a lot of things in debate this year. Also, the whole Alabama case about the human embryo. And some people are saying we should consider fertilized eggs as life. I'm like, why stop there? Seriously, we should consider sperms as life too. That way I can drive on the HOV lane all by myself. I'll be like, if the police pulls me over, I'm gonna go, hey, I got a lot of people. Feel free to check the back seat. And they say life is a miracle. It's kind of true, like 300 million sperms, only 1 or 2 will get to the egg. That's like the world's most extreme Easter egg hunt. You'll find the egg or you'll die. Poor sperm. Well, this kind of looked like a sperm, actually. Poor sperm is like... Next. Okay, you. So looking back in my entire life, I had never been out 300 million other people to win anything, you know? So basically my life peaked at conception. That's my life. And I came from a long line of people who had kids. Don't mean to brag, but I have a degree in biology, but still I had very little knowledge about birthing. I still remember, this was like years ago, one night my wife just said to me, "Hey Jill, my water broke." I was like, "Relax, honey. Sometimes when I'm scared or nervous, I pee a little too." And she goes, "What are you talking about? The baby's coming out." Then my water broke. I took her to the hospital and I was getting ready to leave. Yeah, and the doctor came up and he started explaining. He was like, "No, you can't leave it. You have to stay here and help with the whole process. Then you and your wife can bring home the baby together." I was like, "Well, this doesn't sound like a delivery." It's more like a takeout. So basically, the doctor told me to cheer my wife on by holding up one of her legs. It's true, that's what I did there. You know, I was in the delivery room holding up my wife's leg. Like one of the soldiers in Iwo Jima, holding up the American flag, you know. I was like... "Hey, come on now, Daddy's getting tired." And then from the corner of my eyes, I can see other babies were already born and being pushed out of the delivery room. I was like, "Hey, no child left behind." So we did this for 22 hours. I know. So do we have any moms here tonight? Oh, all right. A round of applause for all the moms here tonight. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. Oh man, it was so tough, you know. So after 22 hours, finally my son's head popped out for a few seconds. And then went back in. I was like, "What the hell is this? Is today the Groundhog Day?" And my wife got really annoyed too. She was like, "Jill, look at your face. You're scaring the baby away." I was like, "Fine." I started to smile. "Come on, son. Daddy's fun." But still, the baby won't come out until... So finally the nurse came in with a plunger. Oh, you guys know what a plunger is, right? Yeah, it's basically a tool you unclog the toilet with. Oh, but the one she brought in was clean. Thank you for your concern. So they just used the suction to draw my son's head out. And the rest of his body, okay? Not just the head. Thank you for your concern. So actually I saw a lot of baby pictures from magazines and movies. They're just so clean, adorable, like pristine almost, you know? But when my son was first born, oh, I'm sorry, not firstborn. It was his second time. But when my son was just born, it was complicated. It's got fluid, eyes barely open. And I studied genetics before, So I started to search all of my ugly relatives in my head. And I began to analyze exactly who passed those ugly genes to my son. And the doctor came in, he was pretty happy. He was like, wow, congratulations, he looks just like you. And the baby keeps crying, and my wife's like, hey, Jill, just put him to sleep. So I started to teach him algebra. And that wasn't working. She's like, Jill, sing him something. I was like, I don't sing. She was like, just sing something. I was like, oh. Happy birthday to you. And that worked. Looking back, that was the right song to sing, actually. Kids love their birthdays, but at my age, I really hate my birthdays. Because at this point, a birthday to me is a day when I become a year older within a day. I feel all pathetic and sad, and the candles even have tears dripping down from them. But everyone else is so happy though. They're like, happy birthday to you. You have 1 year less to live. Your life is going downhill. And we'll forget about you tomorrow. You see, that's why I hate birthdays, but I love New Year's Eve. Because New Year's Eve is a time when everybody takes a step towards death. At the same time. And we're all so happy about it. Especially here in New York, doing the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're school too, ha! I love New Year's Eve, and also I love New Year's resolution. I do them every year. Like this year, my New Year's resolution is to be more passive-aggressive. I used to be just aggressive. I was like, hey, you go to hell. Now I'm like, I wish you to go to heaven. Very soon. And of course, we have the Lunar New Year, 1 year I was celebrating it in my backyard with some firecrackers. The police showed up. He said to me, sir, in our town, firecrackers are not allowed. I was like, that's bizarre, how come in America guns are legal? But firecrackers are not. And the police just shrugged. I don't know. I said, oh, that's okay. I'll just remember, next Lunar New Year, I'll just buy some guns. It's going to be so festive. Happy New Year!恭喜发财! Spread some joy. Or red envelopes. So I'm a father now, and I just feel that I am willing to take a bullet for my son. Or for any other reasons. I just want to die now, There's so much work, The parents probably know this, we love our son, but sometimes we kind of miss the days when it was just me and my wife, We could just stay at home and enjoy our ethnic life. Eat some rice, play some mahjong. and do some math exercises. Whatever we want, but now we have a boy, I just feel like he's a spy for the outside world. He's gonna go out and tell other people how we live our lives. And he might get bullied for it, you know. It happened to me even as an adult. Once I brought some stir-fried vegetables for lunch, and this guy just came over. He was like, "Oh, that is gay." I was like, "What? You're eating a hot dog." New York is pretty diverse, right? But still, there's still homophobia, right? Oh, you never experienced it? Because you're not. But here's the thing, I don't understand why it's called homophobia. Phobia means being afraid of something, you know? But homophobia is more aggressive than that, you know? I wish people are actually are just afraid of, you know, gays or something. Oh my God, he's gay, you know? Instead of now, you know, people are just so aggressive toward, you know, homosexuals, you know. And this happened to me when I was in Boston. Once I was walking on the street, one guy just yelled at me, "Fucking homo." I was like, well, I guess he's trying really hard not to be a racist. It's very hard to interpret that, you know. Yeah, here's the thing. Once actually I was groped by a guy from behind. I just kind of know it's a man because his skin was kind of rough, you know. But not that's what bothering me, you know, but it's just, you know, I feel uncomfortable, but I don't want to sound homophobic, you know. So I try to turn him down in a pleasant way, you know. I was like, "Stop it!" You're so bad. I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm using the wrong hand. This one has the ring, you know. Maybe I should say, hey, I have a husband." Oh, back to my son stuff. So I was careful trying to pack American food for my son's lunch. You know, I got him the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Came home and I said to him, "Hey, how was school?" He said, "Oh, well, the other kids are making fun of my lunch." I said, "What did they bring?" He said, "Panda Express." I was just relaxed. Daddy's gonna do better. You're bringing Haidilao. Yeah, if this still doesn't impress your classmates, I'm gonna go to your school and do the Haidilao dance for you. Who knew that dance was popular now? And so we moved to LA about a year ago, and people were congratulating me. They were, "Oh, there's gonna be a lot of sunshine, palm trees." I went there, and during the summer, the sun was so bright, you know, nobody seemed to enjoy it. And the palm trees provide no shades. I think the palm tree symbolizes Hollywood, you know. It's pretty, skinny, and totally useless. That's what Hollywood is. And I still remember the first time I was driving through downtown LA, I was shocked. And I was like, whoa, people here love camping. I know I was wrong. Because there are a lot of homeless, and I gave a homeless guy $1, and my friend was like, "Joe, don't give them money. They're just gonna use the money to buy drugs." I was like, wow, I didn't know drugs in LA are so cheap. For $1 a day, you can keep a Californian high. You guys been to LA before? Oh yeah, I remember like Santa Monica Boulevard, and when you walk down the street, you know, I can just smell the pot in the air, you know? I even got contact high. I was like, whoa, I'm getting some of my money back. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel that Trump should smoke some weed, you know? Yeah, he's so wound up, you know, he just 1,000 tweets a day. Jesus, just relax, you know? Just picture Trump smoking weed. He was like, nobody knows weed better than I do. This is the fattest joint in the whole world. I'm gonna pass it to Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, and we're gonna all party together with Stormy Daniels. Yeah, drugs in LA are cheap, but cigarettes are expensive, you know. We got any smokers here tonight? Oh, just one guy. You sound too healthy. I was expecting something like, yes. I'm here. How are you doing? Yeah, I smoked for 8.5 years, and yeah, it's hard to quit, you know. And do you guys know in America they actually tax cigarettes to pay for cancer research? Yeah, I was like, whoa. I'm finding a cure for myself. If I quit now, I'm gonna die. Your brother of mine was concerned, you know. He was like, Joe, do you know that every cigarette you smoke, you shorten your lifespan by 7 minutes? You should go to the gym. I said, yeah, but every time you go to the gym, you shorten your lifespan by an hour. But then he wouldn't give up, you know. He said, well, you're kind of having a belly now anyway, you should work on that. I was like, hey, do you know what is the best way to flatten your belly? The best way to flatten your belly is just to lie down on your back. I was like, whoa, I don't have to do shit. Thank you, gravity. But then he said to me, but according to your height, you're still overweight. And then he showed me a chart of the correct ratio of weight versus height. I took a look at the chart, I was like, whoa, I'm supposed to be a lot taller. I'll go home and work on that. The best way to grow taller is actually just to lie down on your back. Can I take a sip of water? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your permission. But actually, I quit after 8 tries, you know, finally quit, and I gained about 40 pounds within half a year. And I became really sensitive about my body, you know. Once I went to my friend's house, and he bought a Roomba. You guys know what a Roomba is? Yeah, it's just an automated vacuum machine. But at the time, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a scale. So I went to his living room. I was like, the scale is coming at me. was like, how bad do I look? The scale is curious. So I stepped on it. Actually, it took me around the room a little bit. And when I walk on the streets, there are always people handing me flyers. Gym membership. Do you guys take those flyers? Yeah, no. I used to not take them until my mom just said to me, you should take their flyers. That's one way to support their jobs, okay? Just like I go to your comedy shows and applaud for you. Oh, thank you, Mom. You see, after she said that, how can I not take any flyers, this guy comes over, oh, gym membership, it has a swimming pool. I was like, give it to me. A few steps later, another guy showed up, investment tools. I was like, give it to me. Then I said to him, gym membership, you take it. But the guy wouldn't take it, He actually slammed on my wrist a little bit. It's useless. My investment tool is it was practical. You made a lot of money. Just look at this Rolex watch. I don't have one, but he had one. This watch is okay even if it's like 10,000 meters underwater. I was like, really? So if you fell into the ocean right now, your watch is okay. What about you? He said, I'm gonna be screwed because I don't know how to swim. I was like, this gym has a swimming pool. He finally took it, And I read quite a few parenting books. Just in case in the future my son said, hey, Daddy, why did you do that to me? I'm like, I did it according to the book. I'm prepared, And one book I read is Tiger Mom. Oh, you guys remember that book? Yeah, it was written by this Asian lady who used to call her daughters trash in order to motivate them, I still remember when the book first came out, the immigrant community was really mad at her, We're like, how could you let our secrets out? That's how our kids get ahead. It's probably the only way. I was never very harsh toward my son, but in the back of my mind, I can't help but thinking maybe she was right, Should I let my son go to the real world in the future and have people tell him that he's an asshole? Or should I do it now? Let's be honest. Everybody has been an asshole to someone else at some point in their life, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you don't agree with that, you're probably the biggest one. Yeah, but then, I don't know, the parents here are kind of, pretty gentle usually, but the parents in China when I was growing up was pretty harsh, right? Parents belittle their kids, even beat their kids, and they never explain or communicate, they just let the resentment and hurt and anger fester for decades and decades. And when the kids grow up, they are actually very grateful to their parents. That's the world's greatest miracle, Oh, she's laughing. Yeah, I'm the same way. When I was little, my grade was bad. My dad actually gave me 6 months of silent treatment. Yeah, it won't talk to me at all. But now I'm really grateful. Because that experience really prepared me for my marriage. And as I was reading this parenting book, one thing I'm impressed is, I think white parents are really concerned about if their kids are happy, you know. Some parents even think we shouldn't say no to our kids. So, whoa, they're just very concerned about, oh, what if my son's not happy? Asian parents, the opposite, you know. We're always worried our kids are too happy. For a good reason, you know. Because I just feel like my son is so happy, he has all the toys he wants, you know. When I was growing up, I asked my dad for one toy. I was like, Daddy, can you get me a model airplane? So he got me a kite. You guys flew a kite before? Yeah, I'm sorry. Because kite flying is an activity when everything goes well, you get really bored. Yeah, I was like, no wonder Benjamin Franklin flew a kite in a thunderstorm. I want to be electrocuted too. And the thing is, we moved to LA, and I guess everybody's influenced by their environment, you know. And my son is, you know, he not just toys. Now he has like social media, you know, this and that. You know, when I was growing up, there's no social media. You know, we don't even just basically, my household don't even have a telephone at the time. You know, the only reason I can reach a stranger is probably just message in the bottle. You know, you guys heard about that, right? I wrote a message in the bottle myself. You know, just said, hey, my name is Wong. I love lettering. And apparently you love picking shit up. We should hook up. Of course, nobody responded, you know. But now, you know, there's just on YouTube and TikTok or Discord or whatever, you know. They just know everything. And they learned a lot about Asian parent stereotypes, you know. Even my son just said to me, Asian parents don't believe in therapy. I'm like, of course not. I have to pay for it. And then you go talk to some guy and conclude that I am the source of all of your problems. Why don't I tell you now it's all my fault? But in the end, I still, you know, sent him to a therapist. And then afterwards, he said to me, Daddy, you should go see a therapist. I was like, what's wrong with me? He said, well, you're kind of depressed all the time. You don't have any hobby. And you don't seem to have a clear direction in your life. I was like, dude, I'm just poor. And I'm poor because I'm paying for a therapy. And you know, when we grew up, we never had therapy, but we had alcohol. Yeah, China doesn't have legal drinking age, right? Yeah, you're laughing, it's true. Anybody from mainland China here? Oh, what kind of you? Oh. This lady, when did you start drinking? 18. What's wrong with you? Anybody who can be 18? 13? Oh, okay. Anybody earlier than that? Oh, 3? There seems to be a story here. Who gave you alcohol? Oh, your grandfather? Oh my God. Is he okay right now? Oh, he's in heaven. Oh, okay. I didn't wish that, okay. Are you okay? Oh, you're okay too. Oh man, 3, that really beat me. I started at 6. Yeah, because my dad used to send me into corner stores to buy liquor for him at that age. And the way they sell liquor at the time is they had a huge vat of just liquor. And they use a ladle to add some liquor to my dad's container. And I just go home, But after a while, I got sick of it. I was like, hey Dad, why did you go there yourself? He said, no, I can't let our neighbors see me go buy liquor all the time. They're gonna think I'm a bad parent. Makes so much sense, when they see his 6-year-old walking home like this. Great parenting. Yes, after we moved to LA, we got hit by drunk drivers twice. Yeah, within 2 months. But I'm okay with it. I understand. Because people in LA have to drive so much. If they don't drink and drive, they don't have the time to drink. Okay, I was like, okay, I got it. And yeah. By the way, have you guys been in an accident before? You're pretty proud. I had a run. Okay, I thought it was drunk driving because you started at 18. Okay. You gotta be careful. I was in a really big car accident. It was a 20-car pileup. And I was the last one. I almost didn't make it. I actually heard about the car accident from my car radio first. I was just driving, and the radio was saying there's an accident involving 19 cars. I was like, am I too late? I was trying to stop, but it was just too late. And my car just slammed onto the car in front of me sideways. And the driver from the 19th car came out. He was a really tall, big dude. I got really nervous, but he was pretty happy. He said to me, hey man, now you're gonna have to pay for my damage. And I was sitting there and the police walks over. He said to me, sir, if your car is not too badly damaged, could you move it? I said, hey officer, can I please wait? There could be the 21st car that pays for this mess. And after you got into an accident, you got a lot of weird calls, One of them said to me, sir, do you want to buy life insurance? I was like, how does that work? He said, oh, with life insurance, after you die, your wife gets a lot of money. I said, no, I don't want to buy it. He said, why not? I said, because my wife doesn't like waiting. picture she wants to use immediately. And I just feel like there are so many lawyers are waiting for car accidents to happen on the highway billboards, As I'm driving, there's a sign that says, injured, call attorney Wong. Injured, call attorney Gonzalez. Injured, call attorney James. I said, wow, they're covering all the ethnicities. And one billboard was even hung upside down, just in case my car flips. I was, oh no! Oh yeah. I'm covered. I think I'm about to say something that you guys probably won't agree with. I think New York has a lot of nice drivers. I know this is what you're gonna respond. I say this because I used to live in Boston. Oh man, that town is angry. When I was in Boston, I deliberately developed a road rage just to fit in. Sometimes I was driving, I saw a sign that said slow. I was like, who you calling slow? I got a speeding ticket. And once I saw this guy giving me the finger in front of me, and I just pulled over by his side at a red light, and I gave him the finger. And this is when I realized that he was not giving me the finger. He just had his arm out with a cigarette. I was like, oh no! My fingers are already out. What should I do? So I added another finger. He gave me a cigarette. Man. Now I'm in LA, I'm more zen now, Yeah, sometimes I see a car just cut right in front of me. I was like, wow, that's a good move. A few minutes later, he got pulled over by the police. I was like, wow, that is good karma. I'm really into karma for some reason. I want to accumulate good karma. That's why once I saw this guy trying to parallel park, and he just couldn't do it for like 3 or 4 times. I was like, dude, come on, let me do it. I tried 4 or 5 times, but still couldn't do it. So it's like, I was just showing you how you did it. Yeah, and the social media stuff really scares me. Well, I guess it kind of lets me know people's true feelings. Recently, I saw some Asian girl saying on TikTok, oh, we would not even consider dating Asian boys because Asian boys remind us of our own parents. I was like, oh no, how bad do I look? That I'm even cock blocking my own son. Maybe this is totally my fault. But fortunately, my son is, he's pretty confident. He's a teenager now, and he's a little bit overconfident, a little bit cocky, I have to say. Once he said to me, hey daddy, what is it like to have a cool kid? I said, well, for that question, you have to ask your grandpa. But he's sweet, Last Father's Day, he got me a t-shirt that says, #1 Dad. I said, wow, that is so sweet. But I am your only father, right? if there's some kind of competition of being the number one dad, I concede. Yeah, just go where the richest dad, okay? And take me with you. I want to be afforded therapy. I changed my mind. And but he's like, Daddy, if it wasn't for me, you don't get to celebrate Father's Day. Well, good point. But if it wasn't for me, you don't even get to celebrate your birthday. And my wife says, Joe, don't be so sure. I guess there was a competition. And he's a teenager, and my wife's like, Jill, you should talk to him about puberty. I was like, you know me, I never had any sex education from my school or my parents. She's like, yes, I can tell. But he's a boy, you're the father, you have to talk to him about it. I was like, fine. So I dragged my son to another room. I was like, Daddy has to talk to you today on the subject of sex. And he says, Daddy, what do you want to know? I was like, finally! I have so many questions. Yeah, you have to talk to your kids about so many subjects. You know, another one is, of course, as a minority in this country, you have to talk to your kids about the issue of race. Yeah, this is a true story. During those years, a TV network in America invited me to join a panel discussion about Asian hate. And I said, yeah, I would love to talk about it. They were like, oh, we're going to focus on Asian hate during the pandemic, the discrimination caused by the coronavirus. I said, fine, but I also want to talk about the discrimination against Asians even before the pandemic. They were like, oh, then we're gonna find someone else. Oh, it's a true story, you know? That just goes to show nobody wants to address Asian hate or Asian discrimination, you know, unless it's in the news, you know? But this is my experience. So basically, you know, the racism toward Asians has been there all the time. You know, I experienced it personally quite a few times. And once this guy was a comedian, even called me Chinaman from stage. Afterwards, he was like, that's okay, right, Joe? I was like, well, it's not cool. Then he was mad at me. He was like, what's wrong with you? You're from China, you're a man. I was like, yeah, you're an ass, you're like a hole. Seriously, none of the comedians are actually canceled. It's just all media hype, you know? After they got canceled, they went on Joe Rogan, they got their comedy specials, one after another. You know, I've been doing this for many years and never had a comedy special until 2 years ago. You know, they came to me and they were like, oh, we want to see a special now. We want to see your comedy. I said, why? He said, because a lot of Asians are getting attacked. I was like, how many Asians have to be attacked before you're interested in my comedy? So I agreed. Because I figured, you know, it could help, you know. And so I spent a couple months to get my material ready. Went back to them. They were like, "Oh, sorry, we're not gonna take a look at it because Asian hate is not on the news anymore. Yeah, right now it's all anti-Semitism. And you know that is why I hate anti-Semitism so much. You know? It's ruining my career." Now here's the thing, I think sooner or later there's gonna be an Asian American president. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Because not all Asians are smart, you know. But at least right now, we have a president that kind of reminds me of a really old Asian immigrant. You know? Yes. You know, remember his speech? You know, he was like, I was like, I have no idea what he's talking about. But I seem to understand what he means. You know, that's a speech. And sometimes he will go on the podium and does this, and it's like, no, people say, oh, Biden's confused. I'm like, no, he's not. He's just checking out the feng shui. You guys know feng shui? Yeah, it's basically a Chinese word meaning bullshit. Of course, if a person really believes in it, I won't say this to their face. I'll just say, wow, that is a lot of feng shui. In the back of my mind, I know what I meant. And people are so concerned about Biden's age, you know. I mean, Biden is 82. That's pretty young for Asians, you know. Yeah, do you guys know the age of the oldest Chinese dude who just got accepted into a college? Take a guess. 80? No, 92. Yeah, 92-year-old going to college. That's gonna bring so much pressure on the history teachers there. The teacher's like, this is how the Civil War was fought. The guy's like, no. I was there. It was about slavery. You know, that joke is for Nikki Haley. You know? Oh wow. We have 4 guys who knows about her. On the other hand, nobody's concerned about Trump's age, you know. Trump is 78. Nobody's talking about his age, you know. As if a politician's real age is a biological age divided by the number of legal charges against him. Trump's got 92 charges. 92, you know. By my calculation, you know, he's actually less than a year old. Yeah, that's our election 2024. It's going to be the oldest guy versus the biggest baby. Oh, I so look forward to that debate. You know. The big baby goes on the stage like, me. China. And the oldest guy comes on the stage and So the other day I was talking to my friend, ChatGPT. I was like, hey, can you write me a joke about how Joe Biden is like an Asian man? And ChatGPT says, sorry, we cannot generate any material that's reinforcing stereotypes. I was like, okay, he's teaching me a lesson. So I said to ChatGPT, just write me a joke about how Joe Biden is not like an Asian man. Yeah, ChatGPT says, okay, here's a joke for you. Joe Biden is not like an Asian man because he does not eat ice cream with chopsticks. I was like, this is worse. didn't reinforce any stereotypes. It created a new one. So the other day I was eating ice cream with chopsticks. Great way to lose weight. All right, that's about my time. Thank you guys so much. You guys